Hi everyone, welcome back to e-commerce success by Ad360. Today we are reviewing a website that has just launched but has no sales. And you may be in a similar spot where you launched recently, you don't have many sales or no sales at all, you don't really know how to get the ball rolling, what to do. So today we're going to review the store, give a few tips to the business owner, and also discuss what are the main ways to get more people coming to your website and increase your sales. If you like this content, please like the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, because all these actions are super helpful for us and they take only a second for you. They help us get the channel more views, they help more people discover what we do so that we can help as many people as possible be happy, productive and successful. So thank you in advance. This is brought to you by Ad360. Ad360 is the easiest way to start advertising all over the web. In just one click, you can start having your ads running on millions of independent websites, and everything is taken care of you automatically. From the banners generation, the creatives, selection of websites, starting the advertising campaigns, and you only have to select your daily budget and click start. So if you want to learn more, you can try by yourself with a free trial link in the description below, or you can book a demo and discuss with our team. Okay, let's get into today's content. So we're reviewing this post on the Shopify community discussion. So this person is saying no sales. So this is day one of my store being live and I've had no sales. So sorry about that, mate. Let's try and help you. So now I get that this is only day one. However, I'm having a bit of brain block as to how to get the ball rolling with traction to my store and then sales. Yeah, let's try to help you with that. So I spent so long working on my launch campaign, marketing on Instagram, trying to get a following, that I'm stuck for ideas of how else to get customers. Okay. Everyone that has been on my page has not been further than the landing page. That's super interesting, and we'll rediscuss that point because I made a whole video about that. Any tips or help on how to get my first sale? Okay, cool. So this is the website. So we're going to review quickly the website, give you a few tips, and then we will try and answer your questions. Okay. So firstly, this is the first day. It's not necessarily a problem that you don't get sales. Building a successful business is a long time effort. So you need to build a brand, build a website, source products. So there's a lot of things that get into it. And it might look like, okay, once you finally, checked all these boxes and you have your website ready and you're starting, it feels like you've ended the work, but it's the contrary. Your website just opened, it's like you open shop, now the real work begins. It's how to bring people in, how to make them purchase, how to make them happy and make them coming back to purchase some more. So it's a whole new chapter that opens up, one that requires equally as much effort than the previous one. So hopefully you're in this for the long term and you really, we can try and help you to be successful. So the first thing, so a few things to help you with the homepage. First, I noticed there's a missing favicon. You see the top left icon here in the browser tab. This is a big problem. This is a big red flag. I made a whole video about how this is turning off people. A lot of people won't buy on your website. If they see that, they might leave immediately. They think the website is not finished or not professional or something's wrong with it, and they won't trust it with their credit card details. So you need to fix that super fast. The good news is it's super easy. It takes 30 seconds on Shopify to fix that. If you don't know how to, there's a link. I will put in the description of this video a number of different links that show you different videos I made. So I made a whole video about this favicon issue and how to fix that. And some studies that show that you can lose a ton of sales just because of that. The next problem I see is you have some SEO problem. So you see here you don't have a title for your website besides your brand name. There's no title. Usually the website would be so lingerie, and then maybe affordable jewelry or something else that describes what you're doing with some keywords that you want to be ranked on. The problem is I'm not even sure, have you properly set up entirely the Google Search Console, because we do have one hit with your website. So quick tip, if you want to check if you're ranked on Google, you enter site, semicolon, and your domain name, and your website should come up. So it comes up that there's only one result. None of your other pages are ranked, which is a bit strange. And so the title doesn't say anything about what you're doing. And the description either. If you look at that, welcome to Lurzray, we will be opening soon. In the meantime, sign up to get 30% off. But there's nothing that tells us what you're doing. Keywords in the title and in the description are super, super important for Google. They weigh a lot more than everything else on your website. I mean, not everything else combined, but I mean, these are the top 2 things you need to fix in terms of SEO, search engine optimization. So you want to have this fixed so that people can find you on Google and come to your website. I made a few different videos about this topic, which you'll find in the description. If you don't know what SEO is or you don't know where to get started, you can watch a few of these videos. I give you a few tips. I explain how you can rank on Google well, and but the first thing to do is set up the Google Search Console properly. Okay. Then, still in that topic, somewhat of a similar topic in terms of SEO content, you don't really have any title. So you're not saying with actual words what you're doing on the first screen of the website. So you're not saying jewels or jewelry or some stuff like that. You're not saying this on the first page, and even here it's shop our collection. Why not say, shop our jewels, or nice jewels, our affordable jewels. Use this to first clearly say what you're doing. Second, to qualify it: nice, affordable, handmade. I don't know anything about jewels, and that's also because you're not telling us anything. So use this as a way to convey more information, and this will be good not only for people reading your page and looking at your website, but also for Google. They're picking up all the titles, all the big text like that. They're super important for Google to know what you're doing. So I made a whole video reviewing Google guidelines for text, descriptions, and these are recent guidelines. So it's called, the video is called "The Words Do Matter in 2022," something like that, and it's you'll find it in the description. But Google, even in 2022, they say, even though we're getting better at images and videos and understanding context and information from rich formats, we still do need text to explain what you're doing. Right now, you're not using your texts to convey clear information about what you're doing. Same for this collection. You add some, like our jewels or jewelry collections or something like that. Then it's nice, necklaces, bracelets, rings, earrings, so that's fine. And then, okay, that's it. So the homepage is a bit short. There could be a ton more information. We'd like to learn more. You're saying something super interesting in your post. You're saying, everyone that has been on my page has not been further than the landing page. You'll find that this is most frequently the case when the website is lacking information. It's quite counterintuitive, but I made also a video on that last week, discussing how having too few information on your homepage is going to lead to more bounce rate, so more people coming off the website without seeing a second page. And I made another video reviewing a Baymard study, the Baymard Institute, which analyzes a ton of e-commerce websites with focus groups, recording the reactions of a ton of people when they go on the website, what they're saying, how they're reacting. And these people, the conclusion of that study is you need to have a ton more information on your homepage. People are way more likely than you think to read it all, or at least scroll through, kind of, navigating through the homepage, trying to get a grasp of what you're doing. And they're less likely than you think to go on the other pages. But the more information you have on the homepage, the more likely they are to be interested or intrigued or wanted to explore some items a bit more. So if you add more info on your homepage, they will be more likely to click on links and buttons and explore other pages of your website. So here you should tell a lot more about your products. You should explain how they're made, where they're coming from, where do you source them. That's super important. Another thing is you can feature actual products. So it's good to see the collections, but we'd like to see the products. You can feature like a bestseller, you can feature some products so that you can get some sales directly from the homepage. Right now, if I want to buy a product from you, I have to click on the collection, then click on the product, then click on add to cart or buy it now. If you have this on the homepage, you have a featured product or a list of featured products, you can directly buy it now from the homepage. That's going to that's a way more frictionless experience. Some people will use that. Some people want to read more, get more info. Some people, if they're convinced, they want to buy right away. Another thing is your products are surprisingly affordable. I say surprisingly because you know you have more of a I mean you have the big 30% off here, but you know your website gives a feel of high quality, and you talk. The only places where you use actual where you actually use words and descriptions. You're talking about handcrafted and higher standards and gold and but you're not talking about your positioning. What's your brand positioning? People can buy jewels from anywhere. What makes your website special? Is it that you want to make very beautiful jewels affordable, accessible for everybody? That's an interesting position. If that's the case, you need to talk about that. Maybe some people, they go on your website, they see that and say, oh, this looks super pricey, it's not for me. And if they click here and they see it's actually £30 or less, they would be super surprised. So the added benefit of featuring some products on the homepage is you already give some indication on pricing. And you can actually attract more people and make them stay this way. So add a link to your About Us page if you have one. I'm not even sure you have one. I don't think you have one. You need to have an About Us page that shares who you are, who's your team, who's behind the website, what's your process, how do you find these jewels, how do you control quality. It's super important, especially for this type of products. And you know, you have the advantage of having super visual products and super beautiful products. So you should have a ton more images. It's a shame not to have a gallery of different, like right now we just have the first images and these four for the collections, but I'd love to see more products, a gallery of images, in a way we can see more. You have so beautiful products and such a visual vertical. You know, not everybody is selling so visual products, so that's an advantage you're not tapping into. I think you can do a lot better. I think last week or 2 weeks ago I made a video where I reviewed the website and they had also a link to their Instagram, and we could see some posts directly from their Instagram, which was constantly updated. So it's not something that's going to take you a lot of time. You just need to set it up. But then whenever you post a new thing on Instagram, it's going to go on your website, and we have like the last 6 or 9 images from your Instagram, like 2 lines of images, and that was really nice. I think that's a good idea for people that have very visual products, and that's also a way to plug your Instagram. If someone finds your website and they can find your Instagram where you started doing some posts, and that's really good. Okay. Now, any tips on how to get the first sale? The first sale usually comes from friends, family, co-workers, colleagues, people that know you, relatives, and then you use these to add also some reviews. Right now, there's no review, no success stories or happy customer testimonials on the homepage. That's also a problem. Try to get a few this way. And then that's the first way to get sales, and then try to get these people to talk about your business to other people they know, so that's word of mouth. Second is SEO, so we talked about that already. So that's more long term. You're not going to get sales immediately, but the sooner you start, the better, because over the long term, this can bring a ton of visitors for free, in the sense that you don't have to pay for that immediately. Now, of course, creating content and adding content on your website takes time, energy, effort. You can pay someone to do so. So it's not like really completely free or costless, but compared to all other marketing methods, it's the one that has the best return on investment. But you need to start soon, and it's only going to deliver results over the long term. Next, you mentioned some social media, so maybe Instagram, maybe something else. So you just got started, you don't have that many posts. So that's great, but same, that's something that's going to take a very long time. So you should continue doing so, try to post content daily or at least several times a week if you can, especially since you have very nice products. And that's great because on your Instagram we see some actual people wearing the jewels. That's really good. Right now on your homepage we don't see, besides these two images, we don't see any people wearing the jewels. So that's also something you could add to your homepage. But so yeah, so social media promotion is going to take a ton of time. Let me follow you. Okay, so you've gained one more follower, but yeah, you need to get thousands and thousands, tens of thousands if you can followers before it's like a reliable recurrent source of sales. I believe, but you can try to set up an Instagram shop. That'd be good. If you haven't already, so you can sell your products directly on Instagram and Facebook shop. That's also a good way to be active on Facebook and showcase your products as well. The fourth way is through promotions on social media. So you have your account where you can promote posts, but you can also do influencer marketing on social media. Especially with jewels, I think it's really nice if you find small influencers, micro influencers, ship them a product or two, see how if they like it, and they might promote it, they might share this to their audience with a promo code or with a special link. You can track who's buying from these and see if that's working out for you or not. But I think for this type of product, especially for this type of positioning with affordable jewelry, I think this can work quite well. So that's something to try. And lastly, of course, is advertising. I say of course because that's I think the main way or the most reliable way to bring people to your website and to get sales. So you can do advertising in a ton of different places, Google Ads, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you can use also other sources of traffic. And you can, for example, Ad360. I'll tell you more at the end of the video. But basically, the thing with advertising is you need to have a good website that's going to convert well, and then when you bring people to your website, if you have a 1 to 2% conversion rate, usually that's good enough to have a profitable ads. Now, of course, you also need to have a good messaging on the ad, good images, good targeting. So you can either try and do that on your own. That's going to require some time and effort to set up ads properly. Or you can hire an advertising expert, a marketing professional, an agency who can set up ads for you. Or you can use an app that handles and creates ads for you. That's what Ad360 does. So if you want to learn more, you can try for yourself. There's a link in the description to download Ad360 on Shopify, on the Shopify App Store. It's super easy, it takes less than 5 minutes to get everything sorted, downloading the app, installing, and then you can start advertising in just one click. What we would do is we would automatically take your products, images, pricing, titles. We would generate banners in multiple formats and start running these ads all over the web. So we're going to find websites for you automatically. We're going to spend your budget where these ads bring you the most views, clicks, and buys for your advertising budget, so that it's as efficient as possible. And so we do that by finding automatically interesting places, maybe fashion blog, maybe websites talking about jewelry, maybe we'll find out what's working best. But basically with Ad360 you can start running ads in just 5 minutes. It's super easy. This also set up retargeting for you. So if someone comes to your website and leaves, you can bring them back to the very product they've seen. So it's super, super efficient. Actually, regardless of whether you use Ad360 or not, you need to implement retargeting. And you can do retargeting on every ad platform. For example, on Google, on Facebook, probably on Snapchat as well, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest for you might be interesting. But the thing is, it's going to be retargeting in these platforms is going to be limited to these platforms. So if you do retargeting on Facebook, you're only going to show ads on Facebook for these people. And the problem is on Facebook, everybody's fighting for the same eyeballs. It's super competitive, prices are super high. So it's super difficult to get profitable ads where you get more in return than what you spend. The thing is, we also do retargeting, but we do retargeting everywhere else, on all websites and mobile apps outside of social media and the Google display network. So it's hundreds of millions of independent websites, blogs, news sites, mobile apps where you can run your ads, and for a fraction of the cost we can bring qualified audiences because we run ads in contexts and websites that are going to be working well with fashion, clothing, jewelry, and you can bring these people back. So if you want to learn more, feel free to give it a try. There's 14 days free trial. And if you want to discuss with the team, there's a second link in the description to book a call. We'd be super happy to help you with everything. We will offer you free service to help you improve the content of your website, the copy, the text, work on SEO. If you want to review your advertising account setup, if you want to do some Google and Facebook ads in addition to Ad360, that's perfectly fine. We can help you set up these in the best way possible. And we're going to offer you all that service because our goal is to make you successful over the long term. So you have a growing, successful business with a ton of happy customers, and you're going to have more and more budget to advertise and to grow even further. So it's a win-win for us and for you. So if you want to get our help and our free service, feel free to contact us, book a demo with the link in the description, and we'll do a consulting call and discuss what's best for your business. I wish you a ton of success, a ton of sales, and happy customers. See you soon.